Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm just laughing at the comments over on YouTube. Sorry, Pat. Right, we'll hang on a few minutes till everybody gets here. I think you're going to like these. Hi, Jackie, Christine, Anne, Lynn, Mel. Could have had a night off. Margaret, Maureen. Oh, over to the two. So hi. Oh, let me just go to the top. Jane, Paula, Pat, Nina, Julie, Sandra, Saz. Looking forward to the new release. I think you will be. Kathleen, Margaret, Audrey. Oh, you're coming too quick. Joanne, Dawn, Adele, Angie, Margaret, Tina, hello, Rob, Carol. Right, everybody's starting to get in. Oh, right, back over to Facebook. Looks really exciting, doesn't it, this map? I've put those there so I don't forget. So there's quite a few new things to show you tonight. Namely, 5 stamp sets and 3 new dies. You quite possibly are, Margaret. I'll apologise to you now. Thanks, David. So we'll just hang on till everybody else gets here. Let's take this screen off. So just whilst we're waiting for everybody to arrive, I'll just say thank you. You've all seen the post now that we've got more than 10,000 followers on Facebook, which is a massive thing for a little company like us. So thank you very much. It's very much appreciated, as you know. And I've scheduled a post to go live on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page at 9 o'clock tonight. So hopefully I will be finished by 9 o'clock. And then, well, there'll be 2 things. You'll be scrambling to go and order the new things at 9 o'clock. And you will also be wanting to see what the post is, what the giveaway is I'm doing. Because it's quite a good one, I've got to say. Even Karen was shocked. So, well, hang on. Do you know what, Vicky? Everybody I talk to is, I think I've had one as well. It's that time of year, unfortunately. So it is. Hi, Di. Let me just say hello to everybody. Hi, Sally Ann, Irene, Doreen, Wendy, Christine, Di, Emma. Emma, what are you doing on there? Oh, no, it's a different one. Saz has just said, look, the design teams will be posting some of their samples as soon as we've finished on the Facebook group. So you'll start to get some ideas as soon as I've finished. No, Lee, and I'm going to mute you if you say it again. Not yet. Can't help you, Julie. You just need to refresh your page. It is super exciting. So it's been a busy week. It's only Monday, but it's been a busy weekend because I'm working on something new that you are absolutely going to love. Well, actually, I've been working on quite a few new things that you're going to love. But one of them is not for a few months yet. But hopefully, the thing that I've been working on over the weekend, you will be able to get in December. But let's see. Let's see if I get them finished. I might do, I might not. And you know I won't do things. You know I won't release things until I'm 100% happy with them. Yeah, so 10,000 followers on Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. Thank you very much. We now need to get the same number in the Facebook group. So if you haven't yet, get yourself requested to join our Facebook group. And I've just popped it on the screen for you. So just search on Facebook, Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours, and get in our group. We've got a fabulous group. Yeah, there will be hopefully a small new release beginning of December, but it's whether I get it done in time. I'm still titivating, so time will tell. I am very busy at the moment. So, yeah, Julie's just said the sound went on Facebook. It's definitely not me, so I can't help you. It's not my Facebook, it's yours. So, well, hang on a minute. So the giveaway on the Facebook page is quite a big one. 5 people are going to be very happy on Friday night. That's all I'm going to say. I might not be, but 5 people will be. And it's just my way of saying thank you to you all. Just another way of me saying thank you to you all. It's very much appreciated. Your support means a lot to us. Vicky, I don't even know what to say to that without it sounding wrong. Yes, you are fabulous, Sandra. I 100% agree with you. So I do. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Tina. Hi, Joan. Crap, Crafty. You're far from that. Far from that. Don't forget the thumbs up. It will help, Phil. Oh, I didn't know that, Tina. So Tina's saying don't forget to do a thumbs up on YouTube. I didn't know that. I never asked people. Oh, that's good then, Julie. So that obviously means it is a Facebook issue. Surprise, surprise. I changed to... Oh, and yet Sue's saying the opposite. It's very wrong. Right, so 5 new stamp sets, 3 new dies. I think that's all I've got to show you tonight. There should have been 2 other things for tonight as well, but one of them isn't ready yet, so I will wait until maybe next week for that. Hi, Jane. How's the weather? So I am doing 2 demos tonight. I know. And they are relatively easy, with the focus being on the new stamps, as it should be. And it's the same card, but done differently with 2 different ranges from the stamps. So you'll get 2 different ideas, which I think is a fabulous way of doing it. Been able since June. Oh, bless you. I had noticed you've been missing. Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting back to yourself. You need to come to a class. That would have cheered you up. I could have picked on you for the full 2 hours. It helps the YouTube equation, hitting the like button. Well, I never knew that, so thank you for telling me that. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you've hit the like button or the thumbs up button. Didn't know that. There you go. You live and you learn. Right, are we ready for some new stamps? I'm going to show you the stamps first. And this is something that you asked me for a while ago. And it's taken me ages to do these. You're going to love the colour of the packaging as well. I've tried to tie it in with the promos for tonight's live, so that gives you a bit of a hint. So there are 5 new stamp sets, 5 A5 stamp sets. It's important for me to just remind you all that you can pre-order these. Do you know, I can't even see the screen. Hang on a minute. Where is it? I can't even see it. I don't mean the screen in front of me. I mean the screen on my iPad. There we go. I found it. So you can pre-order these tonight from us and from Julia. So as you know, I always try and help Julia as well. So you can order from myself or from Julia. We will be dispatching these from Wednesday, so not until I've been on TV with them. So it might actually be Thursday. I'm going to correct myself and say from Thursday morning, just in case the girls haven't had a chance to do them. No, I haven't, but I will change my glasses in a minute. I've got the right ones on at the moment. So 5 stamp sets, 2 themes. But you're going to love them. You are going to love them. So, sentiment medallion coins and medallion wraps. 2 brand new releases. You've just got the alert. So, well, at least you got one, Fran. And I've literally only just started. Move it out of the light. So we've got 2 brand new themes for the medallion wraps. These were so popular when I did the first set. And it's taken me years to do these. You just saw the back one. How did you see it, Em? I am on Wednesday, Jane. I am on Wednesday. So let me talk to you about what these are. I will show you the stamps and then I'm going to talk to you about all the different ways you can use them. This is the second release of the coins and medallions that I've done. The first release was so popular. In fact, let me just show you this card that I found. I can't believe I've still got this card. So I've still got this card from when I did my first release of the medallions and the coins, yeah? So this is an 8x8 easel card. It was in my cupboard when I was cleaning my craft room the other day, so I must have liked it. So let's talk about the themes. As you would expect from me, I have tied them in. Do the stamps need... No, they don't, Fran. I never do that. I never do that. I never do anything with the stamps apart from ink them. So let's talk to you about the two new themes. So these themes I've tied in with previous collections. So now we've got brand new stamps that coordinate with something that we've already done, something that you've probably already got, which I think is a really, really good way of doing this. You're going to love these themes as well. I've done one that's floral, which goes with the floral curios, and I've done one that's a little bit more masculine. So here we go. Let's have a look at the first one. So this is your medallion wrap. So this is a floral curio sentiment medallion. I'm going to flip that. Well, I'll show you the packaging first because that shows you all the detail a little bit clearer. Let's just do a little scan of them. So what is all this? What's it all about, Alfie? This is obviously mine that I've been using. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is the size of these medallions. So the medallions are just under 12 centimeters wide. So they fit on smaller cards, on larger cards, on any kind of card, yeah? And these stamps are solid in the center. So if you're new to me and you haven't seen the medallions before, I've purposefully left the center of the stamp as a solid stamp. This circle is one solid stamp. So that stops it from distorting, which means every time you stamp this, it's going to be a perfect circle. You don't need to worry about it distorting or anything. So what are all these here? Let's have a look. So you've got solid border, different border, stitched border, yeah? And then in the borders, so these, you've got a double stitch, a single line, and a single line with a stitch. These are supposed to be for when you're doing your borders. Let me just grab a bit of card. So for example, if I was doing my circle and I wanted a border either side, you could stamp the stitched one, top and bottom, and then all these extra embellishments here will fit in your borders. Clearly, we know you can use them for backgrounds, you can use them for corners and what have you. But you've got left facing, right facing. So don't be fooled into thinking they're the same. You've got left facing and right facing. So you've got 3 different borders there. You've then got the extra embellishments that will fit inside your medallion should you wish. So that is the first one. That is the Floral Curio Sentiment Medallion. And you already know that this is going to coordinate with the rest of the Floral Curios collection. You don't have to have it. Doesn't matter. But if you have, well, wow, the world is your oyster. So that is the first one. The second one is a vintage paraphernalia. So this time I've called it slightly more masculine, but actually it's more shabby chic than masculine. So this one has all your postmarks in it, the post office signs, just little tiny bit grungier. Yeah, let's just have a look at the detail in this stamp because it's incredible. There you go. And then the same as before. So just so you know, these three borders are different to these 3 borders. So now you see, you can start cross-pollinating. You can use these borders with that stamp, those borders with that stamp, and so on and so forth. And the same again, you've got the extra bits. There's so many different ways you can use these, everybody. You will never, ever, ever put these away because there's just so many different ways you can use them. So you've got the instead of doing left facing, right facing, you've got different ones here. So you've got that one, that one, that one, that one. Eiffel Tower with script behind it, and the Eiffel Tower on its own, and then 4 extra embellishments. So there are 28 stamps just in these 2 sets alone. Clearly, you know these are going to fit in my circle dies. And to be honest with you, they'll probably fit in just about anybody's circle dies. But one thing I forgot to tell you is you can cut the outer shape. So you've got one solid piece. You can cut this part, or you can cut that part. So you've got 3 different ways to use each medallion before you start mixing and matching with them. Yeah. Cross-pollination. So what's missing from this? We've got the medallions. So clearly the coins are missing from this. This time, for the first time ever, we've got 3 sets of sentiment coins. 3 sets of sentiment coins that are designed to fit in the center of these medallions. So these coins are going to fit in the center of these medallions. So now you are taking a theme and you are completely changing how it looks by changing the sentiments. So the first set we will look at has 21 stamps in it. And this is the essentials. You know I always do an essentials set, yeah? So if I flick these over, these are all 5 centimeters, by the way. So they're exactly the same as the original ones. These are all 5 centimeter sentiment coins. And on the originals, I restricted you a little bit because I put all the extras in. So where the gap is, look, in the sentiment, on the original sets, I put the extras in. This time I haven't. I've given you all the extras as separate individuals. So where there's a gap, you can pop in a heart, you could pop in a star, you could pop in a balloon, and then you've got the center part. Again, these coordinate with my circle dies. So now you can do just for you, enjoy, or just for you, birthday wishes, and so on and so forth, yeah? So you've got 21 stamps in the essential set. We then move on to the occasional set. So you've got three sets this time. We then move on to the occasional set. So these have all got the same font. So if I show you, these have all got the same handwritten font, yeah? So you know, well, I'll tell you in a minute. But in the occasional, you've got anniversary, thank you, special couple, so sorry, wedding day, congratulations, new baby boy, new baby girl, and more extras. So you've got little daisies, you've got fleur-de-lis, you've got the gears. So where the gaps are, you can decorate the gaps in between them as well. I did 2 originally, but then I did 2 Christmas ones as well. So that's that. And then the last one is probably my favourite, which is the motivational one, yeah? So the motivational one covers different things. So sending sunshines, I've actually used this on my demos for TV. Well, you know that's my favourite, cherish moments, yeah? And then flick it over, you've got different extras. So you've got stars, you've got 2 little flowers that you know are going to coordinate with the medallion from the Floral Curios. You've got the mini stars, you've got the leaf. So if I just put these here like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 6. So that's 24 coins that you've got. So straight away, that's 48 ways you can use these. So 24 sentiments times 2 is 48. But then you can start using the little sentiments from all these different sets and mix and match them. So honestly, I can't, there is no way I could demonstrate for you all the different possibilities with these stamps, because it just goes on and on and on and on forever. You can just keep going and going and going. And that's not when you start mixing it with the different circle die sets that I've got. So you could use my double stitch circle dies, you could use my double debossed dies, my stitch torn circles. You can just go on and on forever. So they are your 5 sentiment medallions and sentiment coins stamp sets. You've got something for everybody in here. And believe you me, when you start seeing the samples from the design team, they're incredible. I say it every time. I say it every single time, but they are amazing. There is just such a lot you can do with these. So that is your 5 stamp sets. We also have 3 new dies. I'm just going to get a drink. You can do all sorts with them. I had one. I don't know what I've done with it. I did one extra, but I don't know what I've done with it. Right, so die sets or dies. We have 3 new texture dies. 3 new texture dies. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's show you this one first. So this one is your filigree hearts. So 3 new texture dies, filigree hearts. This is just so beautiful. Let me find the board to show you. So beautiful. This is your filigree hearts texture die. Yeah, I've got the right ones on for now, Jan. So this is your filigree hearts. Yeah. Pop that one over there. And then we've got 2 more. So 3 altogether. You know I put mine on A5 sheets. We've got brick wall. And we've got Flora Link. So brick wall, Flora Link. And let's show you what they look like cut out. So Flora Link. And you might notice that the Flora Link also corresponds with the latest release of Floral Finery. So this flower shape is in Floral Finery Series 2. And last but not least, you have the brick wall, which we know we're going to use all the time. So they're all A6. The smallest one is the filigree hearts, because I wanted to start and finish on a row of 6. So you've got filigree hearts, Flora Link, and brick wall. Filigree horse. Well, it might be somewhere, Caroline. So they are your 3 new texture dies. So 5 new stamp sets, 3 new texture dies. So let's do all the information first. So I will be on Hobby Maker with these on Wednesday at 1 and 4. So I've just popped the details on the screen just while I have a drink. Yeah. So Wednesday at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. And you can pre-order everything that I've just shown you from 9 p.m. tonight. Not quite, Sharon. I'm working on it. So pre-order means that you order it, you secure your stock, your order, your stash, and then it will be dispatched probably from Thursday morning, Wednesday if they're ready, but Thursday morning if not. So let's get 2 demos done. Actually, I think what you'll find is the Flora Link is the one you use the most. The Flora Link is really, really pretty when it's paper pieced. Let me show you. So the Flora Link, you imagine cutting this in, I don't know, 2 different shades of blue or 2 different shades of pink or whatever, and then paper piecing the little petals back in. Stunning. Stunning. There is no way I'm going to have time to do that tonight. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you, we'll do the vintage paraphernalia one first. And I'm using Twilight for this. And I'm going to stamp this and show you just how much detail is in these stamps. So for anybody who has seen, I'm going to change my glasses now. Yes, Pam, on Wednesday. Let me just put that back on for anybody who missed it. Oh, that's not the right one. Hang on. That's the right one. Let me just give you all a little heads up as well. So we've slowly discovered that every time I'm on Hobby Maker, I need more and more stock. So we're trying to play around with the amount of stock and where we allocate it to until we get to a nice even keel. It's almost like starting again because it's Hobbymaker is still relatively new. So we're just trying to discover how much stock we need for TV. So what I'm going to say to you is, when you can pre-order these tonight at 9 o'clock, once the stock we have loaded on the website has gone, we won't be able to put any more on until my shows on TV have finished. So if you want to get yours and secure yours, I would urge you to jump straight on the website at 9 o'clock. Yeah, there you go. Right, so let's have a quick look at these stamps. Let's do a little stamp just to show you how detailed they are. So this is just scrap. I've already done all my prep. So I'm just going to show you how gorgeous these stamps are and give you a couple of tips. So you may have seen me do this before, you may not. You might have, you might not. So I'm going to show you just in case you haven't. So remember, when you stamp this, I would advise that you stamp and then die cut afterwards. If you haven't got this die set, everybody, if you haven't got this one, this is going to be your best friend. So what I've done is I've made sure that the one that cuts this out is a little bit bigger than the stamp, look. So it's so easy to line these up. You can, of course, go smaller. Oops. You can, of course, go smaller and take the stitching off. I'll show you that in a minute. There's too much to try and show you. Too much to do and not enough time. So I would recommend that you stamp first and then cut after. So make sure you leave enough space around the outside for your dies. So pop this on your platform. And then remember, I've just spoken to you about the inside of the stamp. So if I show you this, you can see that this is solid. So what often happens is you will get a pocket of air under there. So hold your stamp in place. It doesn't really matter if you're cutting afterwards. Roll it back and then just roll it back on. So I'm rolling it back on. And what that does is that gets rid of any air that might have settled underneath there. They're looking for Emma. What's Karen saying? Ring the shop after midday. Yeah, Karen's just saying if you're phoning the shop to do your pre-order, you need to phone after 12 o'clock tomorrow. Right, so I can tell you as well that no, I'm not going to tell you. You can find out watching the shows. So I'm using Twilight VersaFine Clair just because it's one that I'm using for my demo tonight. So top tips. When you ink this, you can see I've got some in the middle. Don't go over the whole thing. Try and follow the stamp around. Yeah. Because if you go over the whole thing, I can guarantee you'll get ink in the middle. And let's just see if I've got enough ink on there. So pop that on your platform. You can see I've got ink in the middle, look, so I'm not going to push in the middle. So just go around. The stamp an absolute dream. For the amount of detail that's in these stamps, they stamp so beautifully. And you will understand in a minute when I show you how you can chop these stamps down and make smaller. Oh, it's done it perfectly first time. So let's just pop that on there. Let me just clean my stamp. I've got to clean my stamp. That's the hotel asking me to check in. I'm just cleaning the ink off these. VersaFine Clair does wash off your stamps, but it's a bit of a mare if you leave it to dry, as I've discovered. In fact, you know what? You know, while I've got that bit of card there, let's stamp one of the sentiment coins as well. Let's stamp one of the coins. Oops, so pop that back. And let's get one of the coins. Any will do. Just to show you. Just so you can see how fabulous these things are. The font on these is absolutely beautiful. And it was very clever of me to use the same font across all 3 sets. So you're going to be able to use the sentiments and mix and match them all. So I'm just doing this on my block just to be quicker. I love circle sentiments at the best of times. So sending sunshine, because we all need some of that. And clean the stamp. Pop it back. Put that back where it belongs. And now I'm just going to show you these stamps because they're gorgeous. So let's have a look at the vintage paraphernalia. So you can see we've got clocks, and you already know that this is going to coordinate with my Notebook Botanicals collection. So if you have anything from the Notebook Botanicals, this is going to coordinate with it. So we've got the solid outer line, we've got the stitched line, we've then got the larger circle with the postmarks, the compass, the clocks and what have you. We've then got the inner circle that has the post office sign, and we've then got the inner circle, which is the solid line and the double stitch. So looking at that from a crafter's point of view, I already know I can fussy cut this if I wanted to, but you don't really need to because you can use the dies. So we could create a frame just using that larger outer decorative one. We could create a frame just using this one with the post office sign, and we could create an aperture by taking out that middle section, which is what I've done. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's here somewhere because I used it earlier, but I don't know where I put it. I will find it, I think, he says. Hopefully. Bear with. Oh, here it is. So here, look. This is one that I didn't line up right, so I didn't use it. But can you see, look, I've cut that middle part out and created an aperture. So you can even do that and put your decorative dies behind it. Right, so that is the vintage paraphernalia medallion and one of the sentiment coins. So now we've got options with the coins. Let's just look at the coins for a second. So I've got Sending Sunshine here, and then one of the sentiments says every day. So I'm just going to stamp that, and these little sentiments will fit inside the coins. They will fit inside the coins, look. Sending sunshine every day. But, if you want to take it to another level, you can use these small die. So the second smallest, I think this is, from the double stitch, debossed double stitched circle dies. And now we can cover up that inner stitch and create a whole new look. Let me show you. So now we're taking a sentiment coin and we're enhancing it. We're changing the look of it just by doing that. Obviously you would have it on foam tape. How clever is that? And then the whole thing, once you've cut it out, will fit inside that medallion. So easy to make fabulous looking cards when you've got the right stuff. And more importantly, it's super, super easy. Oh, I've not finished yet. I've not finished yet. There's one more thing I want to show you. So let me just find the little hearts. Or we could do it with stars. Could do it with hearts or stars. Let's do it with the heart. Just so you know, because you all know I like to put left facing, right facing. There isn't a left facing and a right facing heart or star. But I've put both in so that you can stamp both at the same time. So let's do a little star, I think. Oh no, let's have a heart. Let's have a little heart. So now we're taking the sentiment coin. Just bear with me while I do this. And we're stamping a little heart. So we've now changed the look of it again by adding the little hearts. It's just lots and lots of different ways you can use these. And more importantly, it's easy. If you didn't want hearts, you could put stars. If you didn't want stars, you could put a fleur-de-lis. And so on and so forth. Right, come on, Phil. 2 demos to do. I just wanted you to see the detail in these stamps because they're absolutely incredible. I can't wait till you all get them home and start playing with them. I'm going to save that because that's a good demo. So let's do our first actual demo. Ooh. I've done the majority of the stamping just to save time. You're going to love this card. You're going to love the next one as well. Remember, I'm doing 2 that are the same but different. 2 that are the same but different. So let's just move that to one side. You can see that I've used here the Lead Differently Series 1 dies. If you've got these dies, everybody, it completely changes again what you can do with your coins. So if I flick that over and show you which die I've used, yeah. So I've now taken the circle and changed the look of it again by changing the die. So instead of doing a plain circle, we've got this lovely pointy one, and it fits perfectly in the middle of this card. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let's get on with this card. We're going to start from the back. And we're going to stamp one of the background, one of the little extra stamps all the way around. So these little extras were designed so that you could completely coordinate your card, yeah? So all these little extras, look, are so you can create borders or you can do backgrounds with them. So I'm just going to choose, I'll just choose this one. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to stamp over the edge of these just to create a coordinated background. So it doesn't matter, the elements that are in this, and these 4 little extras, are also elements within the actual stamp. So you know it's going to coordinate. You don't ever need to think about that. Make sure I've got that the right way up. And I'm just going to quickly go around the edge. I'll do it all the way around. I'll try and be quick with this because we have got 2 demos to do. Let's rotate it a little bit so it's not the same. So it's not the same every time. And it doesn't matter if I've get my fingers on it. Oops, I've just smudged that one, but it doesn't matter. So remember, we're only going to see a little bit of this. but it's all about the illusion of having a coordinated background. And this is, you can see just how easy this is. There is no skill involved in this at all. So we've now created a coordinating background, yeah? And we will layer this up. I know I'm cleaning them every time, but I like my stamps to be clean. The VersaFine clays are particularly good for this, by the way, because they pick up all the detail. So this background that I've done here, let me just show you. So this lovely little background, we could change that, and we could do any of these four. We could change that again and do the Eiffel Towers. So you could just have the Eiffel Tower. You could change it to any one of these smaller stamps. So if you sell your cards, well, you can already see the value in this. Yeah. So let's just make sure that's dry. And pop that straight onto my card layer. So I'm starting from the back and working my way up. I think everybody needs these. I think once you've tried these, remember as well, everybody, if you, oh, I don't even know whether they're still there, but the original sentiment coins and medallion wraps, all the samples that we did with those are still relevant to this new release. So any of the designs that you see or the layouts from the original set, you will be able to use. There's no links. If you want the, hang on a minute, I'm getting confused. The new stamps and dies for tonight are not available until 9 p.m. tonight. If you're looking for the Led Differently Series 1, there is a link in my description for the video. But I need to tell you, everybody, we've not got a lot. I've reserved a little bit for when I'm on TV next. Not tomorrow, not this week, next time. I will not get Led Differently Series 1 again. I've done a restock. I won't restock again. So that's just forewarning you. So let's just get this on. The two demos that I've prepped are exactly the same, just different colours. But I want, with the different stamps, because I want you to see just how beautiful these stamps are. So let's get this on. Let's just pop this on. Stand up, Mr. Martin. So I'm using Twilight, remember. I'm not putting any glue on the back of that piece because it's going onto the base of my card. I never put glue on the base of my card. So the embossing folder I've used on this one. Now we'll definitely be doing two demos. Definitely doing two demos because I want you to see both stamp sets, yeah? So the embossing folder I've used is quintessentially quilted. And that's just going on. That's just going on here. I've used the Led Differently rectangle dies. But I have also used one of the square sets. I can't remember which one. I think it's Regency Squares. So Regency Squares is the one that has that gorgeous pointy circle. It's almost like I knew what I was doing and I knew that they would fit. Oh, you mean on TV? No, I've prepped four demos for TV. It's taken me 2 days to prep them. and I will try my best to get them all done. I say it every single time, but I have massively over prepped. So I'm hoping that we get all 4 demos done on TV. Depends what I'm on with. I've told Rosie and Nigel that they both need to push me and tell me to stop talking. Right, so let's get this popped on. So this is now where, I mean, you know, I'm really good at this. I'm really good at making your money go further. So I've made sure that these new stamps will coordinate with the dies that you bought in August or September, whenever it was, I can't remember. So now we're going to pop this on here, look. Oh, it's just so good. It's so good. So now look how neat that background looks. Just subliminal, just in the corner, just in the edges. And now let's pop that to one side. And let's look at our... Let me have a look which ones it is I've used. Because I'm sure I've still got them on my desk. Oh, I have, look. I have. So these are the 2 that I've used. They're still on my desk, look. Or my other desk. So I have used Elegance Rectangles from the first series of Led Differently. And I've also used the largest of the pointy circles from Regency. I thought it was Regency. And what that does, if I'd have gone to the next one down, look, let me just show you. If I'd have gone to the next size down, it would have taken the outer border off. Can you see that, look? So if I'd have gone to the next size down, it would have taken that outer border off altogether. There's just so many different ways you can use these stamps. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Right, so we're now going to take the brick die, and I already know that I'm going to cover the top part and the bottom part with this die, and we're going to do a little bit of paper piece. Yeah, a little bit of paper piecing, and when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, because I haven't got time. So if I just show you this, look, can you see, look, we have an outer point on this die, and if you're very, very careful, you can line up, where is it? You can line up your outer points. So I know that that is bang in the middle of that topper, look. How clever is that? So clever, Mr. Martin. Too bloody clever. So I'm just popping some glue on my mat at the side. And we will do the top and bottom with the brick wall. Let me just move this ruler. So I'm going to do the bottom first. And I'm just checking that that is far enough down. It is. I could actually go one more up. So let's just get that on. I'm doing the bottom part first. Doesn't matter whether you do top or bottom first. So I'm going to use that middle line there as my guide. So easy peasy to line up, look. Let me just show you what I've done. So I've used that centre point from the brick, and I've got the edge and the edge on there. So push that from the back, not the front, and then snip off the excess with your big scissors. With your big scissors. So I'm just snipping off little scissors even. Oops. It's lovely to use different things with different collections. I always try and do that. Well, you know I do. So just a little snipping off. Have I missed a bit? I have. I've missed the very first part. Just get that back on. I won't say a swear word because Facebook will kick me off. Right. So we've got the brick wall at the bottom. Ignore the glue. You're not going to see it. And then we'll do the same at the bottom. I've got another new release, Judy, before Christmas. It's only a small one though. And talking about holidays, I am going away again. Pretty soon. So I'm just doing the other half of the brick. So that should be about there. Brick wall. Oh, this is where I've got glue from on my piece of card. Just remember that, everybody, because I've told you to turn it around, but the bits of glue that were on the mat have transferred to this card. It won't matter because it's going to be covered up, but it's just so you know. So I'm just following the design of the die. And then we're going to add a few little parts in for paper piecing, just a couple. And I am just doing plain white paper piecing. Now, if I'm honest with you, when I was sat with a coffee after I'd finished, I'll save that. When I was sat with a coffee earlier, I thought, oh, I wished I'd stamped some of the paraphernalia on these little bits of brick. But it's too late now. It's too late. I've not got time tonight. So just clean that glue before it dries, it's easier. That was my tweezers on the floor. So now we can just pop that back in place, look. Pop that back in place. It doesn't matter about the stamp and which direction you've got it, because the design goes all the way around, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. So let's have this one, this one, this one, that one, and that one. So a little bit of glue, wax tool, so the wax pick-up tool will pick these up for you. And let's just pop a few of these back in. Just make sure it's the right way up. And last one. And I've got one coming off the edge, look. So they obviously just slot back in. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. Just do some random. So same one, same one, same one. Just do some random, but I've done the same. Not that my brain will allow me to do it different, because it will. And then the last one. And then I'm just going to snip off those little bits of excess. Hopefully the glue's dried. We'll soon find out, won't we? And then just make sure that's dried. I think this is why the texture dyes are so popular. Right, so that's that and that's that. And now let's get that onto our card. Let's start putting this card together. When we get to the sentiment, I'm going to show you a couple of different options again. Or I thought I was. Yes, I am. I've got the options there. So foam tape. I'm doing foam tape for this rather than glue gel. I can't see what anybody's saying to me just yet because I'm trying to craft kind of quickly. So foam tape rather than glue gel, just to give it some stability. So we're constructing this card from the bottom up. It's just a little bit easier. And this time I will put glue on the foam tape because we are going over a embossed piece of card. Where did you get the little scissors from? From the shop. But I don't think we've had any of these little Tim Holtz. Julia, do you have them? So I'm just trying to find the... That's it. That's fine. So let's pop this in the centre. So that has gone on in the centre. The medallion stamp is going on with glue gel. Not this one. I'm going to get a new one. Oh, I've got a secret stash of this just next to me. I wonder where that came from. I wonder where that secret stash came from. No, that's naughty. I've tidied up, but I don't know where I've put my little... Oh, it's here. Took me all day to tidy my room the other day. And I found so many things I forgot I'd got. So I am doing glue gel for this. If you've not got this, you could obviously use foam tape. It's just that I find the glue gel gives me a chance to move things around. So here we go. Remember, there is no right or wrong way for the... There's no right or wrong way for the medallions because the design is continuous all the way around. What I am going to do is try and get the post office signs to be top and bottom. So let's see if I can manage to do that. I'm just going to push that down just a little bit more. Oh, that looks so lovely. I wish you could see this in real life. It looks so good. So that's the dimension we've got, look. And I'm just making sure that my side points, so the 2 points at the side, correspond with the bit at the underneath it. Right, that's that. Pop that to one side. The sentiment. So as if by magic, the sentiment. Oh, there's a little fly there. If you've not paid rent, get out. The circles and the center shapes from the 2 lead differently square die sets will fit these perfectly. What an added bonus. So for the center, I cut myself 2 circles. So you've already seen one different way of using them because I showed you with the sentiments. But let's show you another way. Let's show you a different option. I'll do it on this one because I've got a little dirty mark on that. So we're going to create 2 different options. I love this. You're awesome. Could be for absolutely anything. So we're going to do 2 different options. I remember I said to you at the very beginning that these stamp sets, you are never going to put them away because there's just so much you can do with them. So we're now going to create our own ephemera using one of these stamps. Now I'm probably going to use the same one that I used for the background because I'm a bit of a I like things to coordinate. So I'm going to use this same stamp, this little small one with the postmark in, and I'm going to stamp over this circle. So we're creating our own little embellishment from this. So let's just stamp that roughly. Doesn't matter if it's all on because it doesn't matter. So we've now made, look, our own little ephemera embellishment. So clean that, Mr. Martin. Oh, I'm doing okay for time. I've still got the other card to do. Once I've finished this one, we will do a quick recap for anybody who's joined us late. And for anybody who has joined us late, I don't want you to miss out. So then we're going to create another sentiment, and a layered sentiment for this. So I've got you're awesome. So you're awesome is the main part of my sentiment, is the main bulk of my sentiment. So if I look at this, if I look at the rest of the motivational set, we've got you're awesome. So it could just be a note to say you're awesome. You're awesome every day. You're awesome, go you. You're awesome. You're awesome, you did it. And then at the bottom, we've got you're awesome, be brave. But then, moving away from the motivational set, you've got all these other sentiments that you can mix and match with. You're awesome with love. You're awesome, enjoy. You're awesome, have fun. You're awesome, love you, and so on and so on and so forth. It just keeps on giving. And I'm going to have you're awesome, and a note to say you're awesome. Oh no, I might not. We're not. We're having be amazing. Too many choices. Is there such a thing as too many choices? Does it make it harder for you when I give you so many options? Or does it make it easier? I've just noted that, but I've already finished the first. I'm not telling you. So let me just stand up to do this. Let me just stand up to do this. You're awesome. Be amazing. Oh, I love it. I love this font. I hope your brain is working overtime like mine is. I've already come up with new ideas just while we've been doing this. In fact, let's have 2 little stars in there because we can. So I'm going to pop 2 little stars in there. So remember, the majority of these sentiments have a gap between the words. It's only the longer sentiments. It's only the longer sentiments that don't have enough space, but the majority of them do. So let's just stamp a little star either side. I nearly told you, but it isn't a brick wall, but I nearly told you something. So let's just stamp a little star. Let's do them sideways. So we've customized this. We've customized this sentiment coin already just by adding 2 little stars and changing the inside of it. Customized. I'm going to remember that word. So when you email into my shows, it's probably going to be you. So when you email into my shows on Wednesday, remind me to tell people how you can customize everything you do with these stamps, because that's exactly what you're going to do. And can I just tell you, everybody, can I just tell you as well, the majority of the just saying mini sentiments will fit in here as well. So all the mini sentiments from the just saying range, the smaller ones, will fit inside as well. So let's build this up now. Let's finish making this card and get on with the next one. So what you will find, which I love, it's just another bonus. Because I've not used a plain circle, because I've used this inverted circle, I'm still going to see some of the stitching. Let me just get this straight, because this will be on the shop for display. Oh, look how gorgeous this card is. I love it when I do things and then I get to play with them and they're just better than I even anticipated. So now we've got choices, look. We've got choices again. I could have put Be Amazing in there. So if I was posting my cards, I could have kept it a little bit flatter. It's not actually that deep, look. So it's not bad for me, that. I could have popped the sentiment in the middle, or I could have stamped that in the middle. But I'm going to elevate. So do we want another postmark, or do we want... Hang on, I'm just making my stars line up. Be Amazing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Because I can. Because I can choose what I want in the centre. If you've got the just saying relative stamps, which I know a lot of you have, you could use your relatives in the middle. Oh, look at this card. I absolutely love this. So here we go. I'm going to save that because there is no way I'm wasting that little embellishment. There's no way I'm wasting that. So we have used the motivational sentiment coins. We have also used, when I find the pack, I'm probably going to have to clean this. We've also used a vintage paraphernalia sentiment medallion. So whenever you see coins and medallions, the medallions are the larger ones that are designed to house the sentiment coins. So they are the 2 that I've used. That is all I've used on that card. How fabulous is that? How gorgeous is that? No glitter, but it might have glitter on when you see it next. So let's do a quick recap for anybody who's joined late, and then I will get on with the next card, which is in Sand Dune. So it's the same card, but done with different stamps and a different texture die in a different colourway. What am I looking for? The lid. Oh, No flowers. There's no flowers on the other one either. No flowers, no glitter. And it's the same on the other card. No flowers and no glitter. Shall I tell you why, Julia? It doesn't need them, look. It really doesn't need them. Look at all the texture we've got going on. It will be glittered, I think. I think I'm going to glitter these tips. And I'll probably glitter around that top there, but not tonight. Not tonight, Josephine. Oops. Right, so let's do a quick recap for anybody. Yeah, I've just had one. Thank you, Helen. A quick recap of the new dies and the new stamps. Oh, I'm glad you like the card. An architectural work of art. I'll take that, thank you. It's quite simple, I've got to say. But I've got to say, and words you don't very often hear me say, less is more, look. Less is more. Which is just absolutely fantastic. There we go. Love it, love it, love it. So that's that one. So 5 new stamps and 3 new texture dies. I'm going to quickly run through them. So for anybody who has joined us late, these are being released on Hobby Maker on Wednesday. No random gems, none at all. So on Wednesday, I am on Hobby Maker at 1 and 4. You can pre-order these stamps from myself and from Julia from 9 p.m. tonight. And just a little heads up, I would urge you to get on the website as soon as 9 o'clock comes, to be honest. Because the stock that's been loaded, once it's gone, I can't add any more until after the shows are finished on Wednesday, so that I don't know how much stock we will have left. So, there we go. So, sentiment medallions. This is the vintage paraphernalia. This is the one that I've just used, which gives you your just under 12 centimetre medallion that houses all of the sentiment coins and the sentiment coins from my first release a few years ago, with the borders, left facing, right facing, extra stitching borders and extra embellishments. We've then got the Floral Curios sentiment medallion, which is what I'm using next. So we've got something a little bit more masculine, oops, or shabby chic, I'm going to say, because it's not masculine, it's just shabby chic. Depends what colours you do it. And then we've got the floral version as well, which gives you the same options, just under 12 centimetre sentiment medallion that houses all of the sentiment coins with the left facing, right facing borders, the different stitching borders and the larger floral stamps, which you know will fit in these smaller circle dies. So you've got 28 stamps with the medallions. And then we've got 3 sets of sentiment coins, and the sentiment coins are all 5 centimetres in diameter. So you can see what's happening, look. That's going to fit in there, as you've just seen. They will fit in the majority of people's circle dies. They definitely fit perfectly in mine, giving you the edge and lots of different options. So you have the motivational set that has 23 stamps. You have the essential set that has 21 stamps, and you have the occasional set that also has 21 stamps. The extras are designed to go in the gaps of your sentiment coins, and I've kept them separate so that you've got choices. So they are your 5 new stamp sets. The 3 new die sets are, of course it's at the bottom, filigree hearts. So that is the filigree hearts. Cuts like a dream as well. That would be a nice paper piece. And the brick wall that you've just seen me use. And then the last but not least, which is what I'm using next, the floral ink, which is incredibly detailed. I need to get a drink. So they are your 5 new stamp sets and your 3 new die sets, all available to pre-order from 9 p.m. tonight. Once they've sold out on the website, we can't add any more until my shows are finished on Wednesday. If you want to telephone to do your pre-order, you can phone the shop after 12 o'clock tomorrow and do your pre-order that way. Right, so let's move on to the other card. Phill, are you leaving your brain to science? This is simply stunning with no flowers. I'm done. Oh, thank you. It's quite easy, actually. I think I've gone too high with the... I wonder if I'll get away with that. No, I won't, so move it back, Phill. Don't mess with it, Mr. Martin. So we are now moving on to the Floral Curios one. Little story, funny story, everybody. Funny story. I messaged the design team and Julia earlier to say what colour. I gave them 3 or 4 choices of our cardstock, and I asked them which VersaFine Claire's coordinate. So they were all answering me. In fact, look, this is the swatch I was doing earlier when everybody was telling me colours. So we all spent about 20 minutes discussing colours of cardstock with inks, and in the end, I messaged them and I said, I've changed my mind. It's none of the above. And let me just show you this colour palette, because I am in love with this colour palette. It's so classy. Classy, not brassy. Like, pop my little bits there, look. Because I am going to paper piece a little bit of that. So this is the same card. I've used the same dies, but we're using the other stamp. So this time, I am using the Floral Curios medallion. Look at this beautiful stamp, everybody. Look at this stunning stamp. You know, if somebody else was sat here demonstrating this stamp, I would need it. Let me just bring that in and show you. How stunning is this stamp? I love it. And I'm not even going to colour any of it in. This is Sand Dune VersaFine Claire. And the cardstock I've used is our Alabaster. So this is our pure white. This is Alabaster. So Alabaster is like a milky white. It's stunning with warm stone, which is what I've got here. So we are going to replicate exactly what I did with the other card. I'm just going to move it because I know for a fact I'm going to drop it. So we're going to replicate in a different format. And remember, when you've got these stamps, you absolutely can do this in whatever colours you want. And for me, I find that really quite exciting, because you're not going to be restricted to what I say. You're going to be able to do these in whatever colours you want. You do you, Phill, as always. I always do. So this is the medallion again. And it's cut with the same die from the Regency squares. Just in case anybody didn't see me show you. This has been cut with this die from the Regency squares. So yes, it's a circle, but I've interacted it with our Lead Differently dies. And then we've got a couple of options, look, for our background. So I know that in this stamp, just looking at this stamp, the rose is quite prominent. So I'm going to choose the rose. And I'm going to quickly go all the way around the edge with this rose stamp. Remember, everybody, if you have your original Floral Curio stamps, this is going to work with them too. So I'm quickly going to stamp all the way around this layer. Doesn't matter about it overlapping. Doesn't matter about it being perfect. You're only going to see a bit of it. But I am going all the way around. It's all in the details. I think this is kind of what you know me for. Tiny details are my thing. So I'm just working my way up. So although when I put the layer on top of this, we're only going to see a little bit of this rose showing, it's still there as it should be. It's super quick. These are quite big cards I've done tonight, surprise, surprise. But they don't have to be. So remember, alabaster cardstock with warm stone. Warm stone is the other colour I've used. Oops, I've just smudged that a bit. Not to worry. This shows you as well how useful the acrylic circles are. I'm going to have to overlap that one. So I'm turning that round. There we go. So I've just gone around the edge, clean your stamp. Yeah, the stamps and dies are in separate bundles, so you'll get the dies in one bundle and the stamps in another bundle. Otherwise it's too much, so just bear that in mind when you go shopping later. Remember as well, at 9 PM there is a post going on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page with our little competition giveaway thingy-me-bob. Did I do that on foam tape? No, it's flat. No one else does this. Well, thank you, Sharon. This is purely because I like to bring out stuff that's been in my craft room for a while and use it with new things. Remember, first and foremost, I'm a crafter. There's no point me bringing you some medallions and coins that you can't use with other things. So this Floral Curios medallion will coordinate with the rest of the Floral Curios collection. The Vintage Paraphernalia medallion will coordinate with all of my Notebook Botanicals collection. It doesn't matter if you have the original stuff as or not. It doesn't matter, because these are new collections. It's just an added bonus if you have them, because you can start mixing and matching. So same as before, I'm working from the ground up on this card. And when I put these two cards next to each other, they're just going to look so good. They're going to look so good. And remember, I've done these as tall cards. You could absolutely do these as 7x7s. In fact, will they fit on a 6x6? Let's find out. Let's find out. I very rarely do small cards, as you know. Oh, easily, look. Easily. So if you like to do little 6x6 cards, little dinky postcard, postage stamp size cards like 6x6, they're going to work perfectly. So the cardstock Evelyn, or Evelyn, I don't know which way you say it either, is warm stone, which this combination is really, really elegant. It's warm stone and alabaster white. Warm stone and alabaster. And I did say alabaster. So let's just pop this on here. Oh, I'm delirious, but I have eaten, so I don't know why. So remember, no glue on your base layers. Embossing folder is that one. Heartland. Oh, it's nice that way as well, look. Oh, shall I do it? No, because the piercing's the wrong way. That was a quick rhetorical question. I'm really good at rhetorical questions. So for everybody in the USA and Canada, or if you're watching from the USA or Canada, USA, you will definitely be able to order from the shows on Hobby Maker. If you're somebody who orders from us direct, you know the drill already. But if you don't, you just need to send us a private message on the Sentimentally Us Facebook page, and Karen will get you sorted out. If you're in Canada, you need to message us privately and we will get you sorted out. If you're a USA customer and you do shop with Hobby Maker, you will be able to order on Wednesday. And I'm going to say what I always say, get your orders in as quick as you can. Because I think when people start seeing all the different ways you can use these stamps, well, it goes without saying, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Stamps are the workhorse of our craft rooms. And I always tell you this, I always tell you stamps before dies. Always tell you stamps before dies. Right, so I'm just popping this piece on. Oops. If I've got time at the end, we'll put the glitter on. So now we're going over that. Oh, this is just so pretty. Look at that now with the roses. That's just so elegant. I love elegant cards. Very, very classy. Beautiful colourway. So we'll put that to one side. We'll bring in Floral Ink. And we will bring in our rectangle die shape from the lead differently doodahs. Oh, well, you found me now. Absolutely, Lynn. I love the medallions. Your name was a second pronunciation, so I'll remember that, Evelyn. Thank you. I did actually know an Evelyn, which is why I said it first. But I also know that not everybody, Evelyn and Evelyn are two very different sounding names. So it's nice to check, it's nice to ask. Right, so glue on my mat, as always. We are going to use the Floral Ink, which I think is possibly my favourite texture die. I know you all go mad for the brick, but I think the Floral Ink is possibly my favourite because it's just so delicate. And I'll be honest with you, this one's got lots and lots of cutting. Let me show you. This one has got lots and lots of cutting areas. So I did have to run this through my machine, my manual machine, that way and then that way. I guess if you do it on an electric machine, it doesn't matter. Right, let's just see how far up I need to go. So let's go. Yeah, I'll do half and half. Very pretty, this die. So let's just go half and half. I'm just trying to line this up so that it's easier. If you do it right first time, it's easier. That's close as I'm going to get, I think. Oops. Oh, sugar fell. That's it. So don't put it in the glue like you did the other one. So I'm just making sure that I get my 2 sections from one die cut rather than going all the way over. There's absolutely no point covering the whole thing. There's absolutely no point covering the whole thing because you're not going to see it. So snip off around your die shape. This is obviously a little bit more intricate than the brick wall. I think Ilona's just said, yeah, 1 pass on the Gemini. I've stopped using my Gemini. I seem to be favouring my Big Shot, whatever it is, Plus or whatever it is. I think it's just because the plates on my Gemini are all over the place. And I would always advise you, Ilona, when you're cutting your circles, do you use your Gemini for that? I can't cut my big dies in my Gemini. It just warps everything. I think that's possibly why I've taken to my Big Shot Plus, or whichever one it is I've got. So I'm just snipping. I missed a bit there. Still missed a bit. There are no flowers going on this card either, but have no fear. There are plenty of flowers on my show. And I've purposefully planned 4 very different demos. So what I won't do on a live, because I wanted to do 2. Oh, look how beautiful that is. What I won't do on the lives is the heat embossing because it takes longer. And I wanted to get 2 demos done. I wanted you to see how beautiful these stamps are. And the best way for me to show you that is to show you them actually in action, being used. So we're just doing the top part now of the die. Let me tell you this, everybody. When I was cleaning my room the other day, I found some things that I bought with a receipt. This is shameful, I shouldn't really say it. With a receipt still in the bag from 2017. How shocking is that? 2017. And obviously I needed them. Did think about getting a baby Sizzix this weekend. Well, I've got to be honest. I mean, I love my Gemini, you know I do. And when I'm cutting flowers that don't need, when there's no, if it's just flowers and normal stuff, I will probably go to the Gemini first. But the big dies, so for example, if I was cutting these, I would never do these in my Gemini because it would just warp the die cut. 2017, shocking. And obviously I needed these things, but they've never been out the bag. I can't be the only one that does that. I just can't be. So all I'm doing is just working my way around with this little scissors. This is a really good way to change your layer dies as well, by adding the texture over the top. It's also a good way if you can use these dies and just emboss with them rather than cutting. That's another nice way to use them. Right, so I'm not saving these bits, but look what we've done just with a couple of, just with one die cut. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it's so lovely, look. I love that. Clean the glue up. Even after all these years, I keep saying, oh, that's lovely, that, I love that, but it's true, I mean it. But even after all these years, when you see something that you've designed and you're actually creating with it, it's I can't tell you how good it feels. Right, so I'm going to pop this back where it needs to be, just so that I can see which parts need paper piecing. So clearly these are smaller pieces. I'm not going to do loads. I might just do the bottom one actually, just to save a bit of time. So remember, wax pickup tool is good for this. So I'm just paper piecing some of these small elements. It's so satisfying. I can't believe I've actually got the patience to do this. In fact, I am just going to do the top one. Oops. Has anybody, I'm changing the subject just very briefly, has anybody started watching Dave the Jackal with Eddie Redmayne yet? It's so good. I am just going to do these top ones. I don't need those parts. Obviously you could just do some random pieces as well. This is going on foam tape. What's the switch plus light? I need to organise myself. I know. Yeah, it's true. Use your Gemini with the cheaper plates. Yeah, I've got those, Audrey, as well. I've got one of those, Julie. Just found a pair of boots, and it's not just me then. Never been out in an ink pad, bought it 2010. Oh wow. It's not just me then, we're all the same. That makes me feel better. Right, so let's get this card put together. I've got to be done before 9 o'clock, so you can all go and do your pre-orders. Let me just tell you as well, because I think I know what's going to happen. The website's obviously going to be really busy at 9 o'clock. So if you can't get on, just keep trying. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about the volume. The bandwidth volume, it is what it is. So if you can't get on, just don't give up, just keep trying. And I've just seen a little bit of card that I missed. That little bit of cream there would bug me, so. That's it, I'm happy with that. So let's start putting this card together. So remember, when you're putting foam tape onto an embossed piece of card, I would tell you to use some glue, because the glue sinks into the recesses and it holds it much more firmly. Nobody wants to make a card that's going to fall apart. So pop some glue on here. Oh, happy birthday, Gwen. So let's put this. I feel like I've missed something. . Yep, that's right. So let's pop this in the middle. I'm just trying to line it up with the hearts on the embossing folder. And then our medallion can go on with glue gel. Mr. Rob, have you got on Facebook yet? Because I think you're going to be a bit mad if you're not on when you see the competition. Well, it's not really a competition, it's just a giveaway. So glue gel. I will glitter the tips of this, but I won't do it tonight. Oops, that was my chair creaking and not my knee. So let's just try and get this central and then line up the circles. I've just head-butted the camera, sorry everybody. I can't see it properly. Marvellous, marvellous. Happy with that. And then the sentiment. I saw that little bit of card. So the sentiment. So on this sentiment, I've got thank you so much. And I've stamped that again with the sand dune VersaFine Clay, again on the alabaster cardstock. And we've got two different options. And I think I'm going to do the rose for this instead of the extra sentiment. So the same as we did with the other one. I might have time to glitter these. So the same as we did with the other one, with lots of different options. Or something else I've not told you as well. These are quite flexible, so you can do curved lines, look. Once you've got them on your block. Can you see, look? So these little stitchy things, I forgot to tell you that earlier. These little stitchy things, you can curve them. Should you wish. The choice is yours. It's entirely up to you. And then we'll stamp a rose in the middle of there. It's a work in progress, okay. So we'll just stamp the rose for the centre of this. I hope that's the centre because I didn't stand up. It's near enough. It's close enough. I'm just speeding through this a little bit now. Where's that little... Why are the flies in November? Can you see that, look? It's like a little fruit fly. So, sentiment coin is going on glue gel. And this circle that I've used is one of the pierced circles that comes in the Graceful Squares die set from Lead Differently 2. Sorry. Slipped up there. Lead Differently 1. Thank you so much. And this time, well, actually, I'll show you when we've got the two next to each other so we can compare them. Oh, I love this. It's so good. And then we'll have the little rose in the centre of this. I've not coloured any of this stamp, you'll notice. Now on my shows I am, or I might watercolour some. I might and I might not, I haven't decided yet. And I think for me the whole point is, you can if you want, but you don't have to. Look how beautiful this card is. Love these colours. That's so good. I'm just faffing. Oops. I'm just making sure it's dead central. That's perfect. Perfect. Look at that. How beautiful is this card? It's so easy to do. It's funny because when you look at the stamp from a distance, it looks a bit messy. But you know, when you get close to it, look at the detail in that stamp. How gorgeous is that? So these, as I mentioned, these will have glitter on them. And I might glitter this one before we finish. Let's just see what time we have left. The design team will start sharing some of their amazing samples after the live has finished. So I will do a quick recap. In fact, you know what? Before I move on, let's just look at these cards next to each other, because I want you to see how beautiful they are in their own right. So this is obviously the alabaster with the floral curio medallion, and that is the vintage paraphernalia medallion in imperial blue, I think it is. Imperial blue and pure white. So let's have a look at these side by side. Are they just stunning? Even if I say so myself, these cards are just beautiful. And I've got to say, quite flat for me. With no extra embellishments. They don't need it, do they? Words you don't hear me say very often. But look how beautiful they are. So can you see, look, where we added the extra stars? But on thank you so much, I think the only thing I would get in there is one of the little fleur-de-lis, because it's a smaller space. And when you see these on TV, they will probably be blinged up. Probably be blinged up. I don't know whether they actually need it. I might just do the tips of the medallion and maybe around the edge of there. I'm not sure yet. I don't know whether it actually needs it, to be fair. There you go. So that is your 2 demos, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Look at that. I can do it. Granted, I've had 2 hours, but you get the idea. So let's do a quick recap and a reminder of everything that is coming your way tonight at 9 p.m. I'll do all the socials. Yeah, well, you would do, Rob, because I mean, I'm always drawn to the blue and white. I always am. But these are just very warm, pretty colours. And I don't very often make a pink card, as the design team will tell you. But I love sepia tones, so that's kind of what we've got going on there. Yeah. No flowers on either of them. Don't need it, do they? Don't need it. They're very elegant cards. Anyway, right, let's do the quick recap. And then I don't think I'm going to do a giveaway tonight. I know that's just awful of me, isn't it? How rude. But you will understand why when you see the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page in a bit. So you need to, and I feel bad for Rob now and the people that are not on Facebook, but I might have to rectify that in a few weeks. Leave that with me. So let's have a quick look at the stamps before we go, and then I'll give you all the information. I'm sure you could, Sue. I'm sure you could, Sue. Yeah, I will, Janet. You know I will. So 5 new stamp sets, which are the Series 2 coins and medallions. Doesn't matter whether you've got Series 1, because it was about, oh crikey, it's a fair few years ago. So Floral Curios Sentiment Medallion is what I've used on here. So you've got the medallion that is designed to house the sentiment coins. or not. You can create apertures from it, which is something I've done for one of my demos. You've got borders, left facing, right facing, stitched borders, extra embellishments, i.e. backgrounds and little toppers. So that is your Floral Curios medallion. Then you have the vintage paraphernalia, which is the one that has the postmarks, the compass, the watermarks and that kind of thing. Again, 3 different stitched borders, 6 different borders on there as well, and 4 extra embellishments. Same size, so you know it's going to house all of these fabulous sentiment coins. So you've got 3 sets. You've got occasional, essential, and motivational in the sentiment coins. And there are 21, 21, and 23 stamps in these. All of these will fit inside the medallions. All of them give you the double option of stamping something in the sentiment, a smaller sentiment in the middle. All of them give you the option of adding an extra layer on top. Sorry, my throat's dry. And all of them, apart from a couple that are long sentiments, give you the option to add the extras in between the gaps of the sentiments. So they are your 5 new stamp sets, Coins and Medallions collection. The 3 new dies are your brick wall, which is what I used on here. Your Flora Link, which is what I used on there. And the only one I haven't used tonight, because I've only done 2 cards, which is shameful, is the Filigree Hearts. So they are your 3 new texture dies. And there we have it. So no giveaway tonight. I know it's cruel. It's cruel and I should be ashamed. I shouldn't be able to sleep tonight, but I will. But what we have got, so for anybody who hasn't yet, please make sure you have liked and followed the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. I have a post that is going live at 9 p.m, which is why I'm trying to get done before 9 p.m. So there is a post going live about the giveaway on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page at 9 p.m. So make sure you have liked and followed the page, Civil Play. I'm not going to go through all the other rigmarole, but I am going to tell you to get on the YouTube channel Crafting with Phill Martin and make sure you've hit the subscribe button, and you will see me on your hobby maker screens this Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to these shows. Pushing the boat out with Jam. I'm really looking forward to these shows. I've got 4 demos prepped and I'm determined to get all 4 done. So this Wednesday at 1 and 4. So remember, all your new products that I've shown you this evening are available to pre-order from myself and from Julia tonight at 9 p.m. And just a reminder, because it usually happens, the website may crash. If it does, just keep trying and you will get on at some point. Saz, don't worry about photos for these because I'll take them myself in the morning once I've blinged them up, because I think they do need some glitter. But just saying. So there you go, everybody. Thank you very, very, very much. I hope you love these as much as I do, because these stamps were a proper mix and match collection. So it was hard work making sure you'd got sentiments that would cover both coin medallion sets. So I will see you on your telly box on Wednesday, and failing that, I will see you in our Facebook group, which I will just give a mention to. If you're not in the Facebook group, that's what it's called. Search on Facebook, Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. You must complete the steps before you can be accepted into the group. So for everybody who is in the group, I will see you for our... Am I doing a happy hour this week? I think I am. I think it might be the last one. I'm not sure. But I will see you on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. So thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the demos. Same but different. Both equally fabulous and both really, really pretty and beautiful. So I will look forward to your comments on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page when you see the giveaway. So thanks everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.